Hello everyone. We know that Docker is the temporary environment setup system. If you want to run any set of code, then you want the environment also associated with it. Now, there is one problem here. If by chance you have done some changes or you have stored some data inside the container and you have deleted that container, then that data associated with that container will also be deleted. So how to deal with this problem? We can attach a volume with the container, and next time when we are creating the container out of the image, then we can use that volume because that volume is not present inside the container. Let's take the example. For example, you are working on the container C1. Traditionally, in the last lectures, in what we have covered, we have the attached volume inside it. Okay, but this volume has one drawback. If this container is stopped, then this volume will also be deleted. So how to deal with this kind of problem? We will attach a separate volume with it, so that whenever we require to run this volume or require this volume, then we can easily utilize it in the multiple containers C2, C3, C4. So this is the benefit of running the containers with the attached volume, you can say. Now, before moving to this lecture, I suggest you to watch my previous videos, then only move to this. Although I am covering with the starting steps, okay. Now our first step is to open the folder, okay. So how we can do this? Run the command prompt. Let me minimize it. Follow my steps. Create one folder inside that. Now move inside that folder using the cd command. Now what we are doing, we are creating one main.py file. In this main.py, we are storing the runtime of the container. Whenever we will run the container, it will impute the runtime of the container and store it in the test file, output.txt. Also, it will create the data folder also. Inside the data folder, we will have the output.txt, and inside that output.txt, just we are note down the container runtime. It is only required to cross check our code. So for notes, you can easily have the notes in my GitHub profile. First, open the VS Code, new file, main.py. Now we have copied this code here. Now go back to the notes. Again, I am using Jupyter Notebook as for only creating the notes. In the third step, we have to create the Docker file. This step we have done multiple times in the earlier lecture also. For detail, you can check the earlier lectures. Just we are running the main.py and we are creating the /app folder in the container, and from the local we are copying the main.py into the app folder. Control N. Now name this file as Docker file. Now it is dockerfile.txt. This is not the correct method. Rename it and remove the .txt. Okay. So here we have created the Docker file. Again, Docker file is the set of instructions how to create the image. Now we have to create the image. Open the command prompt. Docker build t, then image name. T means tag. Tag means we are naming this image volume demo app. Again, I have doubt that I have created this image earlier also, so I will name it app1. Okay. Now we got the error. Why? Because we have not initialized the Docker. First initialize the Docker. Once the instance has been started, then we can run this command again. You can see multiple steps have run. To check whether our image has been created, then use Docker images. You can see we have the image created. Volume demo app1. Now we have to create the Docker volume. Right now these steps are common, which we have applied multiple times. In step 5, it is a new step. Here we are creating the volume. Copy this. What is this step doing? Let's have a look. Volume we are initializing the volume and creating the volume, and the name of the volume is the my app data. Okay, now volume has been created. To check whether your volume is available or not, run the docker volume ls. It will show you the, now run the docker volume ls. It will show you the available volumes. So we have two volumes available, my app data and my app data 1. This volume is, again I am saying, created outside the container. It is not the part of the container. You can create multiple containers using this volume. I want to run this volume, my app data. I have created the volume. Now I want to run this volume and want to store this volume inside the data folder of the container. And the name of the image which I will be using, the volume demo app. Now copy this, open the command prompt. Now we are inside this folder. What we are doing, we are running the my app data volume and storing that volume inside that data folder of the container, and the image which we are using, the volume demo app. Okay, now run this. On the last step, we want to check whether our file has been run successfully or not. One thing, but we got the logs here, so although it is successful, but we want to also check whether output.txt can be accessible by another container or not. So we will create one temporary container. How we can do this? We will use the concept of the temporary container. We will use the docker run rm. Rm means remove the container once it has been executed. We are using the my app data volume and storing the volume into the data folder inside the temporary container. Then we are using the image Python 3.11 slim. Cat is to showcase the content of the file. So we will have a look at the output.txt content. So let's copy this. Docker run rm, same. I have already explained. Rm is to remove the container once it has been executed, and it will showcase you the content of the file. So at 7th of June, this container has been executed and the time is this. For any doubts, you can ask me in the comment box, and for notes, you can easily download it from the GitHub profile. Thank you.